That was a
Sorry. Hello. Hello, everyone. It is Talent Tuesday, and thank you for hanging in there. I know we are a little late, but as we've always told you, we are not professional television producers. We're so excited about tonight's show. For those that don't know me, I'm Kelly Spencer. I am here with a man, DJ Spen, who is our assistant for tonight because this is a very special edition. In March, we are celebrating Women's History Month, and we have an amazing panel of lady judges tonight. It is the Femme Fatale edition of the Talent Tuesday A&R show. So since we got started late, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time, but I do want to introduce you to our beautiful panel of judges. For those that have been with us before, you know we may have some judges going in and out. We're going to roll with the technology because that's what we do. So first up, I don't think she needs any introduction, but I want to tell you we're so excited to have the lady, Miss Barbara Tucker, with us. She doesn't need an introduction, but hello, Barbara. How are you?
Let's see, can we hear?
Kelly, I am wonderful. And Mama, you sound awesome. Did you ever think about doing television or radio? No, seriously.
Barbara Tucker just told me my voice was nice. That is so exciting. No, I haven't.
It is. You have a good smooth, you don't stutter, you don't skip a beat, you have a good flow. And that's my first judgment of the night, and I'm going to stick to that.
I love it. I usually do not get all excited. I usually don't get all fan excited, but Barbara Tucker just gave me a compliment, and we are just thrilled to have Miss Barbara with us. You all know Barbara. She is a songwriter, singer, choreographer extraordinaire. You have heard her #1 dance hits many times, and we're just so honored that Barbara is joining us tonight. Also, is Carla on?
See.
Did we get Miss Carla?
Is Miss Carla back?
Yes, we have the legendary coming to us from Chicago, Miss Carla Prather. And we recently heard Carla on a release called Never Fall in Love with a DJ. I think, Carla, that song should have come out maybe about a couple decades ago. I wish you would have told me that a little while ago. So, unfortunately, I got stuck with a DJ.
Exactly. I'm so glad to be here. I see we are rocking the same bun.
Yes, we are. Carla, thank you.
Absolutely.
We're so honored.
Yes, we are. So,
I got an echo, DJ Spen.
Oh, yeah. You're going to have a little bit of an echo
All right. I'll roll with it.
Second. So let's see if we can
Carla's
get rid of that.
coming to us live and direct from Chicago. Carla, thank you. We really appreciate you being here with us. And Carla brings her vocal skills, but also her songwriting skills to the panel tonight. So I'm interested in hearing how many vocal tracks we have and what Barbara and Carla will think about those tracks. So stay tuned for that.
Absolutely.
Our next panelist, coming all the way from the UK, where it is about 9 p.m., the lady, Miss DJ Emma.
Hi.
Hello, darling.
Hi. Very happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me on. It's
very lovely to have you.
Honoured to be with this panel of judges.
And Emma, you have a release coming up on Quantize.
Oh, I think
called High on Music. And is that it?
Yeah, this is it.
That's hot.
Nice.
Yep.
DJ and producer extraordinaire, DJ Emma. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, no problem. Okay, now we also have Monita White.
Is she?
She's around.
She's
somewhere.
around.
But yeah. So we'll try to get at least
We'll
some
see
of
if
her comments.
And if we don't get her comments, we will definitely have Vonita back. I know many of you were very excited about seeing Miss Vonita White of the legendary Jasper Street Company. And if you don't know, Jasper Street Company's song, the Louis Vega remix, was nominated this year for a Grammy Award. So we're so excited to have Vonita. She's part of our family. And if we don't get her on screen tonight, we'll get her back.
Yes.
All right. Well, we started a little late, so let's roll right into it. We have some really interesting songs for you. We have 13 tracks, so let's roll with track number 1. Are you ready?
I believe so, because if I'm not, I'm going to have to hear it later.
Yeah, you will. So for those of you that have not been with us before, let me just run down what we do. We are not here to tear down any artists, but we're going to listen and provide some feedback. So our judges will give some constructive criticism based on their expertise. If they feel a song isn't ready, if the vocalist could use a little help, they'll say that. And so we're excited to hear what our judges have to say tonight. And we're going to start with track number 1. We will not be giving the names of artists. We don't want to embarrass anyone, but we will be giving you the names of the tracks. So let's start with number 1, which is called IGF.
Okay, it's IGF on the
Talent Tuesday.
Talent Tuesday.
That was track number 1, IGF. Let's start with Barbara. Barbara, how are you feeling about track number 1?
Let's see. Hang on.
Is he?
Oh, wait a minute. Click her off.
Yes, you have unmuted my track. This track reminds me of just really the beach, just sitting and chilling out on the beach. It really does, especially when you're in Ibiza. They're the tracks that they play in the beach, and they're the tracks that they play at the club. This is one of the tracks that they would play at the beach, and you're just chilling with it, and it just has a smooth feel. I'm not sure what the producer was going for. It might have been somewhere in the wee mornings, and he was just having a good vibe. So I'm not saying it's, I'm placing it where on a beach, on a beach or on a boat, and everybody just little cocktails and the bikinis and all of that stuff. I'm not feeling it as a strong club track, but basically that's how I'm feeling about the track. As it gets mixed down even more, I'm sure it would sound really so much better.
Thank you. All right, DJ Emma, what are your thoughts on this track?
I really liked it. I thought it was very atmospheric, and I love the way all the sounds kind of weaved in and out of each other. Might need a little bit of tweaking here and there, but I think there were loads of great elements. And yeah, I agree with Barbara. It was very sort of beachy, chill vibes. But I really liked it, actually. It's good.
Okay. Carla. Miss Carla, do we have you?
We had her.
You know?
She was talking. There you go.
There she is.
Okay. I was going to say I agree with the ladies. It is definitely a beach vibe. I was thinking vocally how it would work with vocals. I think it'd be a good tune to add some lyrics to.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of tweaking, and I think we're almost there, but I definitely like it.
Okay. Candace, what are your thoughts? Would you sign this to Quantize?
I'm the same. Well, I'm the same with all the other ladies. I think it's a real nice deep track. I feel it has like a slightly old school feel to it. And I also noted that it had really nice elements as well that kept me interested in the track. Definitely for the beach, and I think definitely for our forthcoming Quantize and Chill as well.
I thought you might say that.
Yeah, right. I think that is worth a sign for at least for Quantize and Chill or for the compilation.
For the compilation. Yeah, I wasn't sure how I felt about it while I was muted. I was saying, Sven, where's the beat? I need something more with the beat. But as it went on, I definitely get that Quantize and Chill vibe as well. All right, let's move on.
All right.
Since we have so many tracks, we're going to check in with our chat in a little bit, but let's move on to track number 2 on Talent Tuesday. The next song is called Break It Out. Why did you spell break like that?
Maybe a misspelling.
No, it was intentional.
Okay.
outside outside and inside. By no other civilization, we don't know anything about it. With black culture, I think that's what you're asking. If I have no choice of it in the first place, to me, we are the most beautiful creatures in the whole world. Ways of I think what you're trying to ask is out to them that blackness, that black power, that black pushing them to identify with black culture. I think that's what you're asking. If I have no choice of it in the first place, to me, we are the most beautiful creatures in the whole world. Black people. I mean that in every sense, outside and inside. And to me, we have a culture that is surpassed by no other civilization. We don't know anything about it. So again, I think I said this before in the same interview, I think, and sometime before. My job is to somehow make them curious enough or persuade them by hook or crook to get more aware of themselves and where they came from, what they are into, what is already there, and bring it out. Bring it out. To me, we have a culture that is surpassed by no other civilization. We don't know anything about it. So again, I think I said that before in the same thing, at some time before. Bring it out.
All right, that was track number 2, Break It Out.
Break it out.
DJ Emma, what did you feel? Did you feel like it was breaking it out, or?
Had very sort of dark underground club vibes, like sort of 4 a.m. vibes. I really liked it. I liked the spoken word in it. And I like the way it kind of evolved as it went on, had kind of different elements coming in as the track went on. But yeah, I did like it. I'm not sure if it would be right for Quantize, but I definitely think it's got a place. And I liked it. I thought it had lots of good elements.
Okay, thank you. Carla, how did you feel about this one? Break It Out. Did we lose Carla?
May have.
All right. We can check back with her.
Oh, wait a minute. I think she's there. She's trying to say something.
I actually liked it a lot. I thought that, it had a really...
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
All right. We'll come back to her. Barbara, how are you feeling about Break It Out?
Very interesting. It started off with the feeling like a sample type of, then when the bass line came in, I felt it was a little off key. And that's the thing about when you come out of churches and choirs and bands, you can hear the clashing or the notes not matching. So then it does not really resonate with you. I feel that the bass, excuse me, the bass is driving. The bass, I like the bass. And I think a little bit more reworking. So when the beat drops, when the spoken word is sampled up in there, and then when the speaker hits that point, then the bass or the beat should drop down and everybody could be throwing their hands up. But I think it's really here, meaning it's very smooth, but it can have some dynamics that can really come alive in it. So I think a little more reworking and you got something, but there's something that a musicians use, but producers can also find it, that they make sure that the samples that they use are in harmony, meshing with the bass lines that they're using.
Yeah, thank you. That's good feedback, Barbara. And I notice usually our producers kind of stay quiet, but the producer of this track is in the chat on Facebook. Who was on that sample?
I think someone said it sounds like Nina Simone.
Yeah, I was wondering. I just happened to look over and see the producer saying thank you for the feedback, and I was just wondering about the sample. Candace, what were your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I thought it was like a great peak hour track. Had good energy. Emma said 4 a.m. I was thinking more 3 a.m. Might not be there at 4, but I think, Ministry of Sound, peak hour, I think it will go down really well. I could see, I listened to Mike Freak's set yesterday, I think it was, the day before, and I can see that type of DJ who plays that real peak house, high energy track, like it really slotted into one of their sets. But I think it could have a place on Quantize. Maybe with a remix, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think we have Carla back, so let's check in with Miss Prather.
Yes, I am still here.
How did you feel about this one?
I actually thought it was a good groove. I do like the sample. I was waiting for to get some direction as far as how that was working into the track, but I thought it was a good groove.
Okay. All right.
All right. What does the internet say? Anybody
Yeah, let's
have
see
anything
what the
interesting
Twitch
to say
fam
about that
says.
Oh.
Twitch. I think a lot of people on Twitch liked it. Twitch is having a moment. They're a little starstruck over our panel. Focus family. We are here on Talent Tuesday. Focus. They are busy talking about our panelists and how excited they are. 90% from the poll on Twitch like this track. All right. So we're going to reach out and talk to the producer and go from there. All right. Let's move on to track number 3, which is called Wanting You.
You got me thinking about all the things I wanna do now, right now, with you. How come you're not around? I just can't understand how you leave me so soon. The things I wanna do got you in the mood. Don't deny it, it's true. Too bad you're not around, so I can kiss you up and down. Come on, baby, you know you want me to. You got me wanting you, looking for you in the light, asking on your mood. Have you seen him? I'm about to. You need something to be. Let this vibe on in the air. I am yours to be.
That was Wanting You on Talent Tuesday. Let's start out with Carla.
I actually like the vocal. I was over here grooving. Not sure who the vocalist is, but pretty good job. The lead vocal probably could use a little more energy. I like the background vocals, but I think it's overall a good song.
Okay, thanks. Let's check in with Barbara.
All right. Wanting You. I like the track. I think it could have a little. The track as a whole can have energy. You know me. I gotta have the hands up in the air. And I think tracks that are of that tempo, the tempo can determine whether the hands are up in the air and the people run to the dance floor or they're just in their seat, just grooving to it like that. It's a difference between moving your feet and just moving your hand. So again, I like the vocal also. She's a veteran singer. I can tell. You can always tell the old school singers because their vocals don't shake and they don't sound tinny. They don't sound young. They sound mature. So she knows what she's doing. I don't know if she wrote the song. Because one thing about people who write their own song, you can feel their passion and you can hear them in their song. And I've always told vocalists that I mentor, we should not be able to tell that you didn't write the song. We should be able to. You got to take that and make that your own, as if, that's the theater in me. I came out of the theater, so I have to know that I'm wanting you, or you're wanting me.
Right.
If you sing it like that, then I don't know. You're not convincing me. So we need to hear excellent vocal sounds like that, really put on that fire in there so that somebody could say, who's this singer? Oh yeah, all right, she's feeling that. The queens need to be saying she's feeling that word.
Yes.
So we have her sound and we have her maturity of her sound, the quality, the songs, the background is tight, but we need that energy as well. But this is a song definitely that a label work with, and we can rock it. The kids, simple enough hook, The kids will be on the floor feeling that,
Yeah.
like it's like as if it's their song.
All right. Emma, what are you thinking about this one?
Yeah, I really love this one actually. I thought it was beautiful. I love the breakdown with the guitar. That guitar solo sounded really lovely, and yeah, it was just a very lovely soulful house sound. I definitely play it on my radio show, and I think I agree with everything that Barbara said as well about the vocals. Not that I'm a singer myself, but yeah, I can see that too with having a bit more energy. And but yeah, I thought it was a really solid, good track. Very good.
Okay. Candace, One Team You. Are we signing this one, Candace?
I think so, yeah. I agree with everyone else. I think it's a really good track. I wrote down that it's a mature track in vocal and in sound. And it reminded me of something from maybe like the late 90s or early noughties, like something that would have been on Stereo Sushi or Bar Grooves or something like that. And I also really like the guitar solo as well. And I definitely think that we should sign this one.
All right. Lots of positive comments in the chat. Emma, someone wants to know where they can hear your radio show. So I want to ask you to go ahead and tell people.
It's Select Radio in the UK. It's an online radio station. But I'll put it in the chat as well. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Catch DJ Emma on Select Radio. She has interviewed Spen quite a few times, at least twice.
Yeah.
All right. We are definitely here to support our panelists, so
Thank you.
check her out. All right, we're going to move into our next track. And I think this person has submitted the next two tracks. This one is called Belongo Groove. It is Talent Tuesday. We are Quantize Recordings. Let's check it out.
Quantize your mind and let your body be free. Your mind, your body, and your soul.
You want to put a little spoken word on this one?
Yeah. Need somebody like Barry White or something.
I don't think we can get Barry White. That's not an option.
I don't think so either.
All right, that was Belongo Groove. You know, I'm not normally a track type girl, but I really like this one for some reason. Barbara, how are you feeling about this? I like the flute in it.
That's the thing I kind of wasn't vibing on.
I don't know why.
You know, I like the groove was nice, and the dancer in me was feeling some African movements, but you know, some smooth movement. I think the flute could be worked on a bit if it's going to be in there. Let's go back and let's some really good takes of that. Groove of the track was happening. I see the dancer.
Yes.
I don't know who that dancer was, but I'm sure could have found a more energetic, more footwork dancer. You know, I think the dancers. This is something that my dancers, you know, Q would love it. Q, because the thing about dancers, music right now to the driving of a consistency, a hypnotizing movement, so that they're constantly moving like that. But I think the wind instruments could be a little bit more. I didn't hear a spoken word on it. Some things don't need anything, but the groove was there. All of a sudden, it's just hypnotizing, and that's what dancers like about tracks like this. But I think, the flute in that sounds like it's something squeaking, and it's like, what is that sound coming in? Is it definite? Is it intentional? So it needs to be more sure to me. Thank you.
Okay. Carla, how are you feeling about this one? Do we have Carla?
I think she's on mute.
Oh, is she on mute? My DJ is also doing dad duty, so. All right, she is unmuted.
I have to agree with Barbara. I was feeling some like African grooves, African vibes. It sounds like a track that could be considered a tribal track. I did hear some timing issues as far as when the flute or the horn or whatever was coming in and out. So I think that's something that can definitely be tweaked. But it is a groove with the jam. It had me moving. Usually I know personally when something is a groove, first 5 seconds. And so it did grab me right away. I am kind of hearing a chant or an ad lib or something, you know, but ad libbing is not. But you know, I definitely hear some kind of a, small vocal on there that could drive it. Maybe not necessarily throughout the whole track, but definitely something to give it a little boost. But I definitely love it. I think it's a great track, and timing wise, if it could be tweaked a little bit, I think it's definitely there.
So if we send this to you, you might have some kind of vocal to put on there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Well, stay tuned. Emma.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought the trumpet is a trumpet, wasn't it? The other instrument, and it sort of weaves around the flute. It's quite unusual, but it sort of worked as well. And I think the same. It sounds very tribal, quite disjointed and percussive. But yeah, I thought it was really good, and I think it would sound good if there maybe had some sort of vocals with it as well to add that element to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Candace, would you sign this if this had come directly to you?
I would definitely sign it. Hopefully my internet hasn't dropped out as per usual, but I would definitely sign it. I was definitely Belongo grooving along to this one. I mean, I like the wind instruments, but I'm one of those people who I like the kind of off-key sounds. That's kind of my thing. So I thought it worked quite well. And I think it could also work really well with just a teeny tiny little bit of spoken word on it. It actually doesn't need it. I'm a real lover of instrumental tracks. So I like it as it is. But if it was to have some vocals, then I think just that little bit that Slim was doing, that little ad lib he was doing just now, sounded good. Or maybe someone like Mr. V as well. Just a teeny tiny, just to say, I don't know what words to say, but just something small like let's dance or something, or just groove, or just something. It just needs one or two words, and I think it'll be really hot.
Yeah, I could definitely see the people on the dance floor, that tribal vibe. I was actually feeling this one, surprisingly. All right, let's just take a look. Looks like about 67% of the folks on Twitch like this one. So, you know what? This producer has a second track, so we could possibly be looking at an EP. Let's take a quick listen to the second track called Time Machine. It's Talent Tuesday. My goodness, I'm falling asleep waiting for something to happen.
Oh,
No, I like the sound, but you know how when you're in the club or you're in the car and you're listening to something and you know that like that build up and you know something is about to happen. There's going to be that drop. I kept looking over like, is there anything else going to happen? So I personally thought it was this. The foundation was good, but I need something else. Let's check in with Barbara.
oh yes. I get you and I hear you, but guess what? This simple track, you can find the beauty in it. As I closed
Okay.
my eyes, I heard Jasmina on it, or I heard a Stephanie Cook, not a gospel sound,
Okay.
not a gospel. Go to first soprano without a strain, like butter. You need a butter vocalist, and while what you were looking for wasn't in the track, it was in the voice that was missing from the track.
Oh, okay.
So the chords are very impassioned. You can feel some emotion as a change
Mhm.
to the chorusy sound. I thought would be a chorus sitting by the lake singing and just feeling all the love and the passion and not giving up and believing in love. So I hear the potential. This is something that a label would take, I would take, and I would start. This is the foundation and the structure, and I would call one of them girls and let that sweet, sexy, innocent sound come. And this is a lover song. This is not a club song necessarily. It could be the beginning or the ending, like how to say, the shelter at 7 a.m. as everybody's soaking wet. Then it comes down, and then you got that sweet voice, that Jasmina or that Stephanie Cook just lacing it. Yeah, that's
Okay.
I give it a thumbs up.
All right. All right. Miss Carla.
I agree with Thomas Davis. I would like to shout out to you, brother, and of course to Sheila Ford. Lots of big folks on the chat. But I do want to say I'm kind of like Mrs. Spencer. I was waiting for the vocal to kick in. It is a real groove though, and I definitely think it could benefit from a laid back vocal, like Mrs. Ford said. It definitely needs something. I'm with you, Mrs. Spencer. I was waiting for something to happen. I said it's going to come. It's coming. So it definitely needs a little bit of a boost as far as having a vocal or even maybe spoken word or ad lib or something just to drive it home. But I absolutely like the track. I just think it needs a little more work and an added vocal.
Okay. Okay. Emma, how are you feeling about this one?
I basically agree completely with Barbara, and she said it much better than I could have ever said the same thing. So I'm just going to agree with Carla and Barbara and what they've said, because a female vocalist, that's what I could just hear over the top of it. I could really imagine a beautiful like female vocal over the top of that track. It was a really good basis.
Okay. Candace, are we making this an EP with the Belongo groove?
I think we should make it an EP. I think that the fact that he submitted to makes him like a good candidate. We should definitely sign it. The 2 tracks. I really liked it because it was simple, but I thought it was effective. Again, I could also see a vocalist on it. I actually imagined my London sister, Soulful Emma Louise, or someone like that on it. I thought that she would sound really nice. It was like a nice kind of beachy or lounge track. But the fact that or it could be a she actually, the fact that the producer submitted 2, I think that is definitely worth taking.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we have some feedback from Twitch. Tommy Davis wanted a vocal on the track. So maybe we'll get that. I guess we'll talk to the producer. And it looks like about 60-something% of the chat on Twitch, at least, thinks this should be an EP. So we'll see what happens with this one. Let's get right into the next one called Kissing Game. Yeah, I know. Kissing Game. Let's see what kind of vibes we get from this one.
I look at you, you touch my soul. When we lie together, I don't wanna let you go. The way you rub your fingers on my skull. Kissing game, girl, your lips so beautiful. When I look at you, your eyes touch my soul. When we lie together, I don't wanna let you go. The way you rub your fingers on my skull. Kissing game, girl, your lips so beautiful. Hello, missus, I couldn't help but stop you. You see what it is, don't
Cut. So, I see right now that we will need to refine our process. As you all know, we are Quantize Recordings, and we do not put swear words in our songs. I heard it coming, and I was like, "Ooh, I think we might have to cut this one." So, what happens is, and I'll say this, I think it was Mr. V maybe who was on a few weeks ago, and he said know the label that you're submitting your tracks to. Don't just blindly send your demos, which I'm sure is a tempting idea to a lot of producers, just to, send out a mass email or, get as many people to listen. But I think what he said was that there's some value in understanding the labels that you're submitting to, and if your track is right for that label. And so from what I heard, I would say is probably not right for our label. And we're going to move on. I'll email you, producer of Kissing Game, and I'll probably listen to it offline because I'm scared of what other words might be in there. All right, it is Talent Tuesday. This is Quantized Recordings. I'm Kelly Spencer, and we are moving on to this next producer has submitted 4 songs. Next one is called Disco Party. With a name like that, this one's gotta be good. Talent Tuesday, let's check it out.
Party that? Oh man, look at this big line here, man. There must be 1,000 people out here. Yo, I'm going to the front. Excuse me. Excuse me. take this party a bit too wild. That guy there was talking about house music. I don't know what it is, that's all. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, that's house music. House music. Oh my God, look at that guy with the green hair.
All right. That was Disco Party. It is Talent Tuesday. DJ Emma, how are you feeling about Disco Party?
Okay, I thought it was uplifting and bouncy, a good club track. I thought I really liked the opening about going into, jumping the queue. I thought that was quite clever. Got you hooked into the song. Quite old school vibes. Yeah, I liked it. I maybe wouldn't repeat that vocal sample over and over again quite as much. Personally, that's my personal opinion. So slightly repetitive sort of towards the end of the track, but that's just my own personal opinion. I thought it had lots of good elements.
Okay, thank you. Carla, how are you feeling about Disco Party?
I actually like the track itself. The sample is something that is way too familiar for me personally. I think going in a different direction vocally might make it a lot more convincing. But I do love the track itself without the spoken word. I think that it could definitely be a good foundation for a great song. I'm not exactly sure that it is disco, and I was saying that in the chat as well. Some of you all read my mind, at least. I wouldn't necessarily consider it to be disco, but it's definitely, it has a big potential. It's a groovy kind of a track, and so I think with rethinking that sample because it's so familiar, might make it an even more powerful tune.
All right, thank you. Barbara, what are your thoughts on this one?
It's good to hear my brother Richie, aka Craze, aka Moonful. It's three of them. He's one, but there's three of them. I love his voice. Very powerful voice that Richie has. I don't think that the track and the vocals match. His vocals have more energy, and even if it is something that we've heard again and again, that's house music. We let it sleep for a little bit. 10 years later, we bring that vocal. If that vocal is a slamming sure thing, that's what helps a lot of us artists, is because it was a hit then. And trust me, there's hit certain songs. These two, the track itself, I like it as a nice, smooth feeling, but it definitely, the vocal, the Disco Party does not match. So that title was misleading, but I think the vocal, it needs a better production around that, and it could be a fun track. It's almost like the track slowed down the energy of his vocal, but it's like two different, the marriage is not there. The marriage, it's about that marriage, it's not there.
Okay, thank you. Twitch, thank you. Shout out to DJ Maymay from Brazil in the Twitch chat on the raid. Thank you. 75%, really? 75% no? Twitch fam, you are savage. For me, just like some of you have said, the name Disco Party, y'all know I got excited about that disco. I did not hear that, but I think, I don't know. There's a place for the track, there's a place for the vocals, and maybe the producer can work that out. But let's get into the next track, because remember, this producer sent us 4 tracks. The next one is called Fomento. Fomento. Track number 2 on Talent Tuesday. Let's check it out. That is fomental. All right, let me hear what everybody's thinking about this track on Facebook. Show your love if you like this one. Carla, how are you feeling about track number 2 from the same producer as Disco Party?
Actually, I'm still grooving. This might be my favorite hook so far on the show. I think it has a really good groove. I like the sample. I think it marries very well together. And yeah, I think so far it's been my favorite.
Wow. Carla, somebody, Brian Talmadge, who's one of our regulars on Twitch, said he almost felt like the vocal sample from the last track should have been on this one, like having that little "y'all want this party started."
I can hear that.
Once he said that in the chat, I couldn't stop hearing that.
Me too.
On this, yeah.
I saw that in the chat. Yeah, I totally think that this one is a groove. Personally, I like it. I think so far it's my favorite.
Okay. Barbara, how are you feeling about this one?
I really didn't. Okay. I don't really do deep. Maybe I'm not sure. Again, house is very repetitious, so it can be mesmerizing. But I'm looking for something. If it was to be on my label, it needs definitely some more. It's a filler. Mm-hmm. This is what we would call a filler track. It's not going to make people run to the dance floor. Again, yes, people will bop their heads, but what do you want as a producer out of a track? Do you want to just put out tracks and just build up your name, or do you want to have something quality coming out of yourself that it's going to make everybody want to hit the dance floor? So that's something for the producer to think about. Again, I feel that it's a filler track. Mm-hmm. It didn't really grab me, but again, no, I can't say then again that's not my style, because music is music. It either grabs you or it doesn't. But this is more with it, definitely.
Okay, Emma, how are you feeling about this one?
I did really like it. I loved the organ stabs in it. I think it had a really nice groove. I wasn't completely convinced personally with the vocal sample. To me, that was a bit too repetitive. But I liked the breakdown, and then I liked the way it built up and then dropped down again. That was good. The drop. So yeah, I thought it was good.
Okay, thank you. Candace, would you sign this one?
I'm 50-50 on it at the moment. And the thing is, so I'm going to slightly disagree with Barbara a little bit. I know what she means when she says it's a filler, but I'm seeing things in a kind of different way now. We talk about quantize and chill a lot because right now we're not in the clubs. So maybe people are actually making music for these current times rather than making music for the club times. So I do believe that it has its place. I agree with the person who said about the sample of the first track should be on this track, because I thought that as well. But I am 50-50 on it. I suppose if it was a no from everyone, I would probably use my golden buzzer, but just remembering that I left my golden buzzer this time in the bedroom. Last time I left it downstairs. I need to just pull it somewhere. But no, I think it was a good track, and I did like it. But I just feel like with tracks that are well produced, even if they're not like more club style tracks, there are places for them. And so I would just say to the producer as well, even if it doesn't work out with Quantize, maybe look for another label that you could send it to that is specializing more in like deep or chilled house, or even, I think I said it last time we were on as well, like look for other avenues for your music. Don't just think that it's just all about record labels. Maybe see if there's a way that you could be sending it to like TV shows or for adverts or just any other places as well, because I think it will work somewhere.
Okay. And for those who have not joined us before, we've been talking probably for 2 or 3 months now about doing a compilation called Quantize and Chill with some of the tracks that are slightly more down tempo, slightly more loungy, poolside, hanging at the beach bar, where you're not necessarily going to be jumping up and down dancing, but you just need that vibe in the background. So a lot of times you'll see in the chat people say that is a Quantize and Chill song. So possibly for this one. All right. It is Talent Tuesday. Let's move on to the third track from this same producer. And this one is called Funky Love. So let's see how funky this one is. All right, let's go.
Funky love. Funky love.
All right, that was Funky Love. Barbara, I'm really interested in hearing what Barbara has to say about Funky Love.
Look, you know the world, and my ear and my eyes can hear. And that is a state. Eyes can hear. I'm a visual person, so I can see all the beach kids and that people are not outside partying. I see parties advertised, so everybody is not on lockdown. So let's get that understanding. I'm invited already to 2 situations overseas of people outside. This is a summer energetic song. Now, I think it would be good for the label. I really do. I think the vocal is not conscious and intentionally vibing with it, but I think they can have a different vocal performance on it and get it something that's grabbing the people, that's telling them what the songs do, so that not throw people off. But yes, we know it's from Roller Coaster and it's a very happy song, but let's go here. If you're in the USA and you want to get the Soul Kids, you're definitely going to have to change the vocal on that, and you're going to have on there that's a heavier voice, and it could be one of them diva singers, or it can be somebody like what's my hey yo, hey, what's the guy? Come on, y'all don't listen to just house music. You know what I'm saying is the rapper, one of those. Don't act like you only house, you only do dance music, or she wouldn't be really real music people, really. But what I'm saying is his rapping style. I can hear him and that. Where's he from? Like down south someplace, just rapping on that. I could hear so much potential with this track. That's what I'm saying. Outcast, thank you. Somebody in the chat room know what I'm talking about. Andre's 5,000. You could just hear him rap. If you can find a voice of somebody who raps like that, the people would love it. The Soul Kids would love it. The European kids, wherever outside the track, they would like this. I see so much potential with this track. Thank you.
All right. Carla, how are you feeling about this one?
I have to agree with Barbara. I think it's a real groove. Definitely the vocal is something that needs to be rethought. I would say maybe a stronger vocal, or maybe even a difference in the vocal placement where the vocals come in, but definitely a stronger vocal. I actually think it's pretty groovy. The Roller Coaster sample, I think, is very familiar, and so people can groove to that as well. And I also agree with Barbara, a really hot spoken word or rap on there by somebody like Andre 3000 would be dope. But I think as far as music is concerned, vocal placement, instrument placement is everything. And so when you really look at this track, it starts off good and then the vocal kicks in and it just kind of takes it in a different direction. So just maybe rethink the vocal placement and definitely the origin of the vocal, or the vocalist, I should say. But other than that, I think it's a great track. Just a little tweaking and it's almost there.
All right. DJ Emma.
Yeah, I thought it was a great track. I mean, obviously, Roller Coaster is one of my favorite tracks anyway, so I'm going to love it. I also agree about the vocal sample. It didn't quite work for me on this track, but this track's going to be a winner because of the fact that it samples Roller Coaster, and, everyone most people love it. It is great groove. So, yeah, that's what I think.
Thank you. All right. I think we have one more from this same producer, so we may as well finish out with this last track called Such a Maybe it was such a something and he didn't add the something. Such a. So I hope it's such a good song. Let's get into it. It is Talent Tuesday. Track number 4 from the producer who shall remain nameless. Everybody, you are checking out Talent Tuesday with Quantize Recordings and our special guest judges, Miss Barbara Tucker, Miss Carla Prather, and DJ Emma. I'm Kelly Spencer, and I've got Candace McKenzie, head of A&R, on production duty in the house with us. You've just listened to track 4 from a DJ who I will not say his name because I promised we would not do that. That track was called Such a what? DJ Emma, it is such a...
I kind of kept thinking it was going to go somewhere, and just as I thought it was going to go somewhere, it kind of went back to how it started. But I did think there were quite a lot of really good elements in it. I did think that repeated vocal kept sounded like it was saying ass. It was kind of putting me off a bit, but I'm sure it wasn't doing that. It just sounded like it. But yeah, I mean, it did have some really good elements to it, but for me, it was just a little bit too repetitive, and it didn't quite go anywhere. It just sort of stayed the same. Yeah. So.
Okay, Barbara, are you agreeing with that one?
Not really, because as we're talking, the track is still going on underneath, so I'm hearing the elements. This is no different than other tracks that every couple counts you add a different sound in it. That's how we create. Loving this organ in here. I'm loving it. This track is working. Come on. Right there. There it is. There it is. Yes, this is a winner for me.
Okay. Carla, how are you feeling about this one?
My personal opinion, it's kind of redundant. I mean, although it really is, but I was like DJ M. I was waiting for something else to occur, and so this I would consider to be a filler track, something that you would play maybe at the end of the night to get people out of the door. So definitely, some additional elements added to it might give it a little bit of boost for me personally. But yeah, I felt like it just was pretty redundant, just the same, no change, no extra, just, so just to add a few extra elements to it might give it a little boost.
Thank you. Facebook family, let me see your love. If you don't love it, just keep your hand off of those buttons. We do not need angry faces. If you're loving this track on Facebook, show us your hearts and your likes. Oh, we got a few. So we'll see. We'll see about this one. It's 50-50 over on Twitch. And so we have to talk about this. I think we're going to take this one back to the Quantized team. Candace, what are we going to do about this artist who has submitted 4 tracks?
Right. Well, he has submitted 4 tracks, and I'm going to say that he's very, as a producer, he's very versatile because they've been 4 different tracks, very different tracks. This one I liked. I thought it had good elements as well. The one thing I want to say just about the producer, though, is I suppose with this one I liked it more because it didn't have so many samples in it. And I just feel sometimes with producers, like when we get our tracks in the demo inbox and stuff, a lot of them do like to use a lot of samples, and sometimes they're not also easy for us to clear. So I would say one of my kind of thoughts is, a producer should maybe send the track without the sample and actually say, I really think it needs some sort of vocal, or it might need something extra, but I'm a bit stuck on that. Can you kind of maybe make some suggestions or point me in the right direction? Because sometimes I think that a track doesn't make it with us, maybe down to the sample, which is a shame. But I think that if we can work with it, because he submitted 4, and we could do like an EP, and they're all very different, I think that we should do that.
Okay, thank you. I know he's probably watching, so Candace will be in touch. All right, it is Talent Tuesday, and we have a couple more tracks to go. We have 2 tracks, literally 3, to go. So the next one is called Dancing Like Cher. Now listen. Listen, person, I see you in the chat, so I'm not going to say your name. If you have a song called Dancing Like Cher, you better be bringing it. It is Talent Tuesday. This is track number 8, Dancing Like Cher.
I start listening to the music when I wake up in my bed.
like Cher. Carla, did this make you want to dance like Cher?
Not exactly. I'm a little confused. I was listening to the vocals and the track. It sounds like they were recorded in two different situations and then put together. I think that the vocal is a different key than the track. And so for me, that definitely is a no-no. And the other thing is that I think I like the vocal, but not with this track. So if the vocal was put to a different track, maybe in the same key, I think it could possibly work. But yeah, I'm just still a little on the confused side as to what was going on. So
Okay.
I'm just going to park there.
All right. DJ Emma, what are your thoughts
Yeah.
on this one?
Well, firstly, I always think congratulations to people that are trying to make something really original, because so many things are just sample based these days. So I think that's really good that it's original and unique. But I did think there was a bit of the keys did sound a bit clashy at points, and I think it just needed something else in it as well. But I did think there was some good ideas in it, and yeah, I thought it was good that it was really original as well.
Okay, Barbara.
The producer, and I'm giving the producer 10 points because they tried. They really may have started producing. It sounds like something they just started doing. So they're playing and that and getting used to it. But they will know as a producer, as you're putting your stuff out there, it's really good to make sure you're in the same key with the song, the vocalist or the sample that you're using. I can't say that I hear it. I don't know. I know I'm not going to hear it in the club. I don't know if I'll hear it on the radio because they might have a friend. How many times has there been a friend that hooked up a friend and your stuff that was on the radio, and we're like, well, how did that get there? I know this is a game. So I think that again, I thank the person for at least having the courage, the nerve to try. Let me try to put this because that was their but I when they get enough, now I'm saying this not as a shade, when they get enough no's and they keep going, there's going to be something that's going to pop for them and they're going to get a yes, because we've all gotten no's. But keep trying and keep pushing and tell the story. What is the story of the music saying and what is the vocal saying? And then remember, Cher did not dance. She was sexy. She had an awesome, she was singing her doing her thing, but she didn't dance. So you lost us with that one. Dance like Cher, But all the best to this artist right here. Keep on going with it. Keep pushing. Keep pushing.
And thank you for that. We always say we want to encourage people. We know that as artists, as singers, as producers, that your music is very personal to you, and it takes a tough cookie to put your music out here and then and watch as people critique it. So take the feedback, listen, apply it. And we've heard from some of our past shows where people really said, even though you said no, we really like the feedback we got. We took it. We're going to work on the track some more, and we're going to come back stronger. So I hope this particular producer does the same. All right, it is Talent Tuesday, and we are going to move right into our last two tracks, which, interestingly enough, have the same name, but are by different artists. So first up, we have Deep Love. Deep Love. Let me see if I'm loving this deeply.
That album was under the influence of love. Yeah, that's right. That album was under the influence of love. That album was under the influence of love.
DJ Emma?
I actually love this one. It's really late here in the UK. It's like nearly 11:45, and it was just kind of making me feel a bit sleepy, but in a really nice way, in a relaxing way. I thought it had great dynamics. It was well produced, had lots of really interesting layers. Yeah, I thought it was a great arrangement, and I really enjoyed listening to it.
Okay. Carla, how are you feeling about this one?
I actually like this one a lot. It really took me back my days of being at the Miami Winter Music Conference. Just hearing the house music playing from the speakers in different venues. And so I actually like this one a lot. It has a really good groove, nice vibe to it. Of course, I'm always also adding vocals, so I can hear a really nice and melodic vocal over this. But overall, I think it's a great track. Definitely a thumbs up.
Okay, Barbara.
I love this track. Only thing missing is Jill Scott's sexy voice talking about who she is and what she wants and what you do to her. So this track really, I would just take a voice off there, but if you are the producer and that's your voice, you can still have your cake and eat it too. Just find a Jill Scott vocalist who's here, baby, all of that, and give yes, please. Please, I would be like, yes, repeat. Do they still put things on repeat? Let it keep going? Yes, I love it.
All right.
Thumbs up.
Candace, are we signing this one, Candace? It seems like everybody loves it.
We sign it. I think we should definitely sign it. I really liked it. I think it's a nice deep track. It had a nice smooth groove, a nice build. It took me on a little journey as well, which I like. I don't know, since now Barbara said it, I can see something like a Jill Scott style vocal on it, but I did actually like the vocal that was on it. I thought that it was enough. It was just perfect. I didn't think it needed any more. I wrote down I didn't think it was overbearing. And yeah, it's a really nice, just beachy, chilled out vibe track. And I think that we should sign it.
Okay. All right. Well, we are coming down to our very last track for Talent Tuesday. And this one is called Deep Love, Gotta Give It. So we got to give Deep Love. And we know this producer. We have had this producer on the label before. So let's check it out. Talent Tuesday with Quantize Recordings. You are checking out Deep Love, Gotta Give It.
Your sweet kiss is my sugar, so give it to me. Don't shy away, my lover, what will it be? Can't believe you're the only one who's got my heart yearning. I cannot refuse you, so keep my heart yearning. Give it to me now. Gotta give it to you right 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 now. This love is so intense, I get closer to you. It makes every sense. I know you're feeling it too. I will never let you down, 'cause my love is for real. You've got my body and soul, but all I need is a deal. So let's get that real. 'Cause I'm gotta give it now. Gotta give it to you right 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 now. Yeah. Sweet kiss, I shoulda. Gotta give it to you, baby. Your sweet kiss,
Deep Love, Gotta Give It. Barbara, what you thinking about this, Barbara?
Let me tell you something. It reminds me of Tony Humphries, and he whipped this, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because Tony Humphries was the only DJ that I knew who played demos, and demos got deals. Okay, if we see that it needs to be, let me turn this down some. Thank you. Because we see it needs some work, but this person loves the harmony. I'm a harmony person. You can feel the hook. I think they can add some elements to the track, like some bass line, some thick bass line, and that DJ spin quantized bass. The boom, boom. Yes, please. And that hook, I gotta give it to you right now. That right there, please. Japanese people can sing this. Italian people can sing this. This is simple, like house always was in the beginning. And it's like, yeah, people, you use your imagination. We don't have to tell you, give it to you right now. You kids will be on the floor and feeling that, yeah, give it to you right now, whatever you want. That's what this has a feeling of old school Jersey kind of house. When as a label takes this, they'll tighten it up, they'll fix it up, let him go in the studio, add and tweak and here and there, and my hands will be up on the floor, feeling very fabulous. Thank you.
Barbara, I think Spin agrees with you. He is in the background, nodding, got his dance going on.
Because we can see it. Because we can see the future of a track.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Could you see the future of Big?
Yeah. Carla, how are you feeling about this one? Oh, do we have Carla?
Now?
We got you.
I actually like this one a lot. I like the idea as far as the vocalist concerned. Harmonically, I would probably tweak it a little bit because that hook has what it takes. And so a lot of times you don't want to take away from that with harmonies that will work. So that's what I would tweak on this song, is just the harmonies on that hook. It's a really good one. It's very catchy, something that is very easy to dance to, and it's something that you can easily remember. Like right now, that's going to be in bed probably for the rest of the evening. But I would just tweak the harmonies on that chorus, because once that tweak, this is a good song, and I can see it going very far. I would definitely say it if I were a DJ, and would give it 100% my support. I can see it going very far. But just definitely vocal arrangement wise, harmonically, I would just, make sure that tweaks a little bit. But other than that, I like it a lot. It's a great song.
Thank you. And one point that that Carla makes is that basically these are demos as well. So remember, these are not all the way polished. And I think what our panelists are listening for is the bones of the song, the foundation. And what we've heard so far is that they feel like that is there, and that a song can be, we've seen songs where people have paid a lot of money to have mastered. And Spinna said, why do they have that song mastered? Because the foundation is not there, and they've wasted money kind of finalizing a song that's not ready to be finalized. So this is a demo, and I think what we're hearing is that it's got that something. DJ Emma, what are you thinking about this one?
I think the same as everyone. I think it's got a lot of potential. I love the vocal, and it does have that very raw sound, but I really liked it, and especially like the vocal.
Candace, are we signing this one?
Yes, absolutely. I feel like you saved the best till last. This one had like a real garagey vibe. I love that style. I know it's a demo and it's very raw, but I like the rawness of it. It's one of those tracks that if Spen was playing it to test it, I'll be ringing him and saying, can you just send me that track? And he'll be telling me it's not ready yet. But I like that rawness. The only thing that and Carla picked up on it as well, it's just I just felt somewhere, I think it was more on the chorus, and I'm not a singer, so I'm probably not going to say this very eloquently, but it just felt like the vocals need just a little bit of working on a little bit. But once you're in the studio and that's been done, I think it's the perfect track, and we should definitely sign it.
Well, that is probably the perfect last track for tonight because that is from a lady producer, and we don't always get too many. And I'm going to go ahead and say who it is since we know that we are signing. But Candace, do you remember Miss Jama Okora from Get Quantized, right?
That's right, yeah, she was on Get Quantized.
Ben is singing her other song. I'm not going to sing because I got professional singers right here. But she has another song called If You're Not on the List, Then I'm Sorry You Can't Come In, about being outside at the club. And if you're not on the list, you're not coming in. So sounds like this one is a go. All right, it is Talent Tuesday, and I hear Spen playing something in the background. And tell me what this is. This is coming on the Miami sampler.
Yeah, just coming out this Friday.
And who's on this track?
Well, let's see if the people know. Let's see what happens here.
Say you really, oh, I really love. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Said I love the way it feels good, good to my, good to my, good to my, good to my soul. Yeah, I feel it, it's deep down, it's deep in my soul.
Clap your hands, stomp your feet. Clap your hands and stomp your feet. Clap your hands, stomp your feet. Clap your hands and stomp your feet. Come on, y'all.
Deep inside your soul, can you feel it?
house. Come on, house music. Do you really love house music? Do you really feel it? Do you really love it? House music. Do you really feel it? House music. Do you really love it? Do you really feel it? Do you really love it? Oh yes, house music. House, I love my house.
Do you love your house music? Do you all remember, if you've been with us all evening on Talent Tuesday, one of our esteemed panelists said that the vocalist should make you believe the lyrics. It should make you feel something. Do you remember that? Well, that same panelist, that judge, is the lady singing on this track, Miss Barbara Tucker. Yes, along with Fat Man and Knowledge out of Baltimore. That
Wow.
track is, I like that. I believe that,
I hadn't heard that. Years ago, I hadn't heard.
yeah, I told
Such
him, I don't know about
a-
surprising her. And he said, well, I'm just going to play this track because Barbara she doesn't know we're going to release it on the sampler. It sounds really
That's
good. Really good.
Awesome.
It did even before I got track. That track was banging.
Yes.
That male singer, I don't know who he is. I love that.
That is Fat Man.
I love his voice.
Yes, that is Baltimore style for you. Yes.
Yeah, love it.
Loving it, loving it, loving it. Well, we have come on over here, DJ Spin. We
All
have
right.
come to the end of another session of Talent Tuesday.
Mhm.
Ah,
I appreciate all you ladies doing your thing. What an honor to have my sister Barbara, Carla. I mean, seriously, really honored to have you. It is a pleasure for real. And Emma, this is a killer track too.
yeah.
This track, this is
Yes.
coming out too.
Coming
I'm
out
hearing it.
next
Yeah.
month on Quantize Recording from the lovely DJ Emma. I know you all have already gone to her page or stalking her Facebook and looking up her radio station, Emma on Select Radio, DJ Emma. We're loving this one. It is called High on Music.
Thank
So
you.
definitely be looking out for that one.
And I think that's it.
Is that it?
Oh, actually, no. I have to play.
What do you have to
We need to
play?
play one more.
Uh-oh, he's got to play one more. I don't know what he's going to do.
Yeah,
So we'll
we gotta-
see.
We got to go out with some little bit of praise and worship.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
we're going to take out a little
Hey.
church while he's queuing that up. Come back and join us in 2 weeks for another session of Talent Tuesday. We'll have Alternate as one of our judges. I think we're going to try to get Miss Vonita White of Jasper Street Company back on. And we have 2 other judges. I'm not going to tell you who they are yet, but come back and join us. Do I hear Miss Carla Prather's voice coming on?
Yeah, it's coming. It's
All
coming.
right.
Had
This
to
is my
do it.
song right here. All right. Thank you, judges, for being with us tonight. Thank everyone who's tuned in to Talent Tuesday. Producers, vocalists, if you want to send in your demos, please do so. Music at Quantize Recordings. We'll be back, quantizerecordings.com, that is. Email. We need to be able to download your tracks. We will be back in 2 weeks on April 6th.
Who we gonna have?
I just told them that. You must not be listening to me.
Oh, sorry.
He's in headphones, so we'll allow it. It has been such an honor having Miss Barbara Tucker, Miss Carla Prather, and DJ Emma this evening. We really appreciate your expertise. And I'm looking at the chat, and our producers are in the chat. And I have seen a couple say they're going to take that feedback. So I'm glad you were honest. I'm glad you were, gave them that constructive criticism. Because how often do you get to get Barbara Tucker to listen to your music and tell you how she really feels? I mean, only on Talent Tuesday can you come and get the feedback from the professionals. So you've heard it here. Take the feedback. All right. Let's check out I Got the Love from DJ Spin, David Morales, and Carla Prather.
Now that I know Jesus paid it all for me. Now that I know Jesus gave his life. Now I know that by his blood I've been set free. And I can walk in victory. I've got the love. Oh yeah. I've got the love. Oh, I've got the love. Oh yeah. I've got the love. I've got the love. Now I know there are some who don't believe in the power of Jesus' name. But I know everything he's done for me. And I can shout it to the world. I've got the love. Oh yeah. I've got the love. I've got it. I've got the love. Oh yeah. I've got the love. Oh, I got it. Now I know troubles will be hard sometimes. And I know they come to make me stronger. And I know nobody loves me better. And I know I'm never alone. I've got the love. Oh yeah. I've got the love. Oh, I've got it. I've got the love. Oh yeah. I've got love. If you feel me, say yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I guess we're gonna raid someone.
Yes, and for the people that are not on Twitch, we will say good night to our Facebook family, good night to our Mixcloud family, good night to our YouTube family. But for those on Twitch, we are going to take you. We're going to pop in for those who just need a little bit of boogie after hearing these demos and you want to dance a little bit. We're going to go over to Mr. V's live stream.
Okay.
So good night. Talent Tuesday, Quantize Recordings. We've loved having you and see you again on April 6th. Good night. Peace in the valley, peace in the city, and peace to your souls. See ya.